Okay, let's talk about on list occupations and off list occupations. On list occupations essentially mean things that are on the skilled occupation list that the government has said is something that we have a shortage of in Australia. What that essentially means is the regular migration program. So, if you have a standard business sponsorship, the regular migration programs are able to be utilised to supplement your Australian workforce. You can look to this list. If someone is on the medium to long term skill shortage list, so the MITSL, that person has access to a 4-year visa and possibly a permanent visa through an employer sponsored pathway. If, however, the occupation that you're looking to sponsor is on the short-term skilled occupation list, that person only has access to a temporary 2-year work visa and and doesn't necessarily have a pathway to an employer-sponsored pathway. So that is what the skilled occupation list is. What the off list occupations are essentially things that potentially there is a labour shortage in Australia at the moment, but maybe the government hasn't recognised that, or it's not something that has been added to the skilled occupation list just yet. So if we look at things like exploration drilling at the moment, huge shortage of exploration drillers in Australia. Similar to the disability sector, support workers are really there's a lot of support workers required for the amount of people that have disability in Australia, but there is not enough people to fill those roles. So what we're finding is they're the off list occupations. So that is where something like a labour agreement might come into play. And then you can sponsor people on that temporary skilled worker visa, which is that 482 or the new 457 if you've been in immigration land for a little while, like me. So the on list occupations are things that are on the skilled occupation list, and you can use the standard business sponsorship to sponsor those people on a 482 visa. And then the off list occupations are occupations that you can still sponsor people on a 482 visa, but you would need to negotiate a labour agreement with the Department of Home Affairs prior to being able to do that. So that's today's top tip.